Many of us have doubts or do not have a clear idea about the difference between the Indian Army and the Central Police Forces. Here, we will clear out the doubts about these. We will mainly talk about India's Central Armed Police Forces, that is CAPF, formerly known as Central Paramilitary Forces, that is CPMF.
These forces consist of 7 armed police organizations
under the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. They are alphabetically like this: Assam Rifles, Border Security Force, that is BSF, Central Industrial Security Force, that is CISF, Central Reserve Police Force, that is CRPF, Indo-Tibetan Border Police, that is ITBP, National Security Guard, NSG, and Sashastra Seema, that is SSB. As mentioned earlier, they work under the Ministry of Home Affairs, and on the other hand, the Ministry of Defence coordinates and supervises the Indian Armed Forces. The CAPF is classified into 3 groups. First is Border Guarding Forces, which includes Assam Rifles, BSF, ITBP, and SSB.
Their common task is to promote a sense of security among people living in the border areas,
to prevent trans-border crimes and unauthorized entry into or exit from the territory of India,
to prevent smuggling and any other illegal activities, to act as lead intelligence agency for the specific area, performing the task of intelligence gathering and sharing,
to undertake civic action program in its area of operation.
Second is Forces for Internal Security, which includes CISF and CRPF. Lastly, Special Task Force, which includes NSG. Now many of you may be confused. It's a common notion in India that these are the military forces of India, which are part of the Indian Army. But let me tell you, these forces are not military, but they are paramilitary forces of India. Now what is the difference between them? Military forces are mainly tasked with protecting the nation against external threats, whereas the paramilitary forces focus on internal security, border control, and counter-terrorism. Although not formally a part of a country's armed forces, paramilitary units often use similar training, strategies, and equipment. Now let's see a brief introduction about these forces. Let's start with Assam Rifles. The Assam Rifles is the India's oldest paramilitary force, tasked primarily with border security, counter-insurgency operations, and maintaining law and order, mainly in northeast India and in a small part of Jammu and Kashmir. Now, Border Security Force. BSF is mainly responsible for guarding India's borders with Pakistan and Bangladesh. It was formed in the wake of Indo-Pak War of 1965. The BSF works constantly to safeguard India from illegal immigration, terrorism, and other dangers by guarding its borders. It is considered one of the largest border guarding forces in the world. Indo-Tibetan Border Police, that is ITBP. ITBP is responsible mainly for guarding India's border with the Tibet, the region of China. It was formed in the aftermath of Sino-Indian War of 1962.
They also perform wartime role with Army.
In 2004, following the group of ministers' recommendation on the One Border, One Force policy, the responsibility for guarding the entire 3,488 kilometers of India-China border was entrusted to the Indo-Tibetan Border Police. As a result, the ITBP took over from the Assam Rifles in Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh that same year. Sashastra Seema.
SSB is responsible for guarding India's borders with Nepal and Bhutan. It was established in 1963 and was originally known as the Special Services Bureau.
The primary task of the force was to provide armed support to the Foreign Intelligence Division of the Intelligence Bureau, which later became the Research and Analysis Wing after its creation in 1968. In 2001, the force was moved from the Research and Analysis Wing to the Ministry of Home Affairs and renamed the Sashastra Seema to reflect its new role of securing the borders with Nepal and Bhutan. Today, the SSB's primary responsibility is to safeguard India's designated international borders and instill a sense of security among residents in the border areas. It also undertakes additional tasks assigned by the central government, including maintaining law and order, conducting counter-insurgency operations, election duties, and participating in UN missions. Central Industrial Security Force
CISF is primarily responsible for providing security to large institutions, be it state or privately owned.
It was set up under an Act of the Parliament of India in 1969. Among its duties are guarding sensitive governmental buildings, the Parliament complex, the Delhi Metro, and providing airport security. CISF also provides consultancy services to private industries as well as other organizations within the Indian government. The scope of CISF's consulting practice includes security consulting and fire protection consulting. It also plays a major role in disaster management. Central Reserve Police Force CRPF assists states and union territories in maintaining law and order and internal security.
It was established in 1939 as the Crown Representatives Police to provide security to the British Crown representatives in India.
The force was later renamed as Central Reserve Police Force by an Act of Parliament in 1949.
This is the main striking force of the country dealing with internal security duties.
It is the largest central armed police force in India. National Security Guard NSG. It is the primary counter-terrorism force of the Government of India. It was founded in 1984 following Operation Blue Star to combat terrorist activities and protect states against internal disturbances.
They perform variety of tasks which include neutralization of specific terrorist threat in any given area, building vital installations, etc. Engaging terrorists in specific situation in order to neutralize them. Handling hijack situation involving piracy in the air, on land and water. Rescue of hostage in kidnap situations. Also they provide mobile security covers to nominated high-risk individuals, provision of sky marshals on designated flights of Indian registered carriers,
Anti-sabotage check of the venue of visit or public meeting of VVIPs, post-blast studies, establishment and functioning of the National Bomb Data Center.
So this is the brief introduction of India's Central Armed Police Forces and their roles. Now many of you may ask, who is the Indian Army and what is their job? The Indian Army is a land-based branch of the Indian Armed Forces. The Indian Armed Forces are the military forces of Republic of India. It consists of 3 professional uniformed services: the Indian Army, Indian Navy, and Indian Air Force. Their primary job is to ensure national security and national unity to defend the nation from external aggression during the armed conflicts and threats. So they are mainly for warfare.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share this video. And if you want to support us, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.